Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here, bringing you another Skyforge video, this time focusing on character creation and class selection. But, before we get down to the video, I do want to announce the winner of our Skyforge Founders Pack giveaway, Brandon Lee. So Brandon, thank you so much for your support of the videos, dude. In your comment, you said the game looked neat, but you also felt kind of bad for usually you're just watching on your friend's account instead of subscribing on your own. But you did subscribe on your account, and I'd love to thank you for that by giving away a Founders Pack to you. We are also going to be giving away a Founders Pack on this video as well. Same rules apply. Be sure to like if you enjoyed the video. Comment with some thoughts about Skyforge. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video to help the channel and the video grow. Alright, with that stuff out of the way, we can talk a little bit about the character creation in Skyforge. So like I mentioned in the previous video, I think it is pretty neat how Skyforge decides to handle the character creation. Rather than just having you jump right into it right off the bat, you know, design your character, throw them into the full storyline, you get to have a little bit of a backstory. Like, where is your character coming from? They were a soldier. They were sent out into the field, they got ambushed, overwhelmed, killed, found out that hey, you know what? You're actually an immortal after all, which is pretty badass. It was sort of unclear to me whether or not you were granted immortality for your bravery or you were sort of predestined to be an immortal right off the bat and sort of what was revealed to you in that moment. But either way, you start off with a bit of a blank slate, progressively learn a little bit more and more about your character and that little introductory gameplay side of things, and now at this point, it's in your hands to decide what kind of character do you want to be. So at first, you get to have a look at a few of these classes, and the class system in Skyforge is pretty interesting in that you're not really locked into a class once you pick one to start with. You can change classes pretty much at any time, it seems like, but you do get a chance to pick which one you start with. And of course, me being me, I'm gonna take a look at all these guys. I'm like, the guy with the gun, maybe not. The guy with the caster, meh, maybe not. Guy with a gigantic two-handed chainsaw, okay, that dude sounds like my kind of character. So I'm gonna start off with the Berserker class. And it should be noted that not all of these classes are unlocked to you right off the bat. Part of the reason why I think it's so cool that we're giving away Founders Packs is because Founders Packs do unlock all the classes for you right off the bat. So thanks to Skyforge for hooking me up with the Founders Pack. And once again, if you guys want to win a Founders Pack of your own, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. But anyway, I'm going to go with the Berserker class. And at this point, I get to also decide what I want my character to look like. So you've picked out your class, and now you get to go into this pretty deep character creation screen, I think. I think the character creation for Skyforge does look really, really neat. They have some interesting stuff that I hadn't seen in character creation before. Obviously, you have your choice between male or female, and I'm not going to go into every possible option that you can have in general. I'm pretty much taking a look at the kind of character that I want to build and going off of that. So I like the way this Berserker looks better than, like, you know, I don't need him in like a dapper suit or a cowboy outfit. I kind of want this dude to be a big beastly Berserker like usual. So I am going to scroll through a little bit of the kind of options that you do have with these guys. You know, you have basically they're all sliders like you can see, and you can make them, you know, more or less on one side or the other. And I think I'm gonna keep my guy pretty stocky. I don't need that like long lanky look. I'd like him to be pretty beast, you know. But these guys, I mean, they're looking pretty trim, looking pretty tall in general, man. This guy looks pretty monstrous right off the bat. Hopefully, if you guys want to design a character of your own, obviously, you guys can play this game for free by using the link in the description. This game is in open beta right now, and I definitely would encourage you. This is, I think, just like one of the funniest sliders. Sorry to interrupt. You have a slider of their buttock size. I'm like, you know what? Why don't we just go ahead and just keep it just about where it was? And the guy's like looking back. He's like, oh, nice. But this game is available to play for free if I click in the link in the description. And so you guys can get in here and create your own character. Like I said, all you have to do is go through the intro, and then you can go from there. Keep in mind that from what it seems like to me, you really only have one character in Skyforge at this point. So the appearance that you make for your character is pretty much the appearance that they're going to have in terms of the character that you want to design. Later on down the line, I know that you can go to like a stylist in the game and probably change some aspects about your character. Like, I know that I spawned this guy with an earring unintentionally, and I was like, okay, I don't really want an earring, so I got to change up the earring look. But I don't know if you can like change your gender or like physical proportions and stuff, so just be aware of that. Once you create this character, it is somewhat locked in for you, but you still have options for cosmetics. I just don't know how, like, you know, how many real changes you can make with your character. But either way, just want to go through some of these options. For me, I'm kind of picking a character that I guess looks a little bit like me. I tend to do that in games with like my main character. I like to make a character that I identify with early on. So I'm working with this. Obviously, I gotta have like maximum brow strength, so I think that's pretty good. The brow depth is pretty solid. Give him some nice green eyes. Ooh, as soon as it was kind of interesting. As soon as he clicked the eye color, he hit you with that like kind of little ching smile. I was like, whoa, what's going on there, dude? But I think that's kind of funny. So the character creation so far seems pretty organic. Like whenever you change their outfits, you can see he's like checking out his new duds. And I think a lot of these costumes are probably unlocked by the Founders Pack. So, like I said, be sure to enter into the Founders Pack giveaway. But if you absolutely cannot live without all these costumes, you can definitely pick up a Founders Pack if you want to. Now, people have said that the Founders Packs aren't available, but the game is still in open beta, and I feel like they probably would still be available. So, you guys check that out. But either way, I like... Obviously, the shirtless Barbarian Berserker is a cool look, but I think I have to go with the light armor. That looks pretty beast, especially with this little gray color tone right there. That's the one I'm going to roll with. This helmet with this kind of like dressy armor gives me like a kind of like a funny vibe. It's almost like Daft Punk, like where they're like dressed up in suits, have like a, you know, robot helmet on. I don't know. I'm not going to go with any of those other helmets. That one could be kind of cool, but like I said, it's completely up to you if you kind of want to make your character look a little bit goofier or make your character look a little bit unique. I think he looks fine without a helmet, so I kind of investigated some options there. I think I did ultimately stick with not having a helmet, even though the Berserker helmet is amazing. I guess it kind of shows off like my character's unique features, but when I say unique features, like I don't think I'm gonna be the only one with kind of a stern face and a beard and a pretty normal hairstyle. That feels like it's gonna be rather a not unique, quotes, unique look, but whatever. I think it looks pretty cool. I did want to sort through the tattoos a little bit. I think I ultimately end up going tatless, but you do have some options there, and you can change the color of the tattoo as well. So there is a fair bit of customization that you can do here. And as you can see, let's see that earring on his ear? Like that one slipped through. Like nothing wrong with an earring, but it's not really the look I wanted, but I didn't even notice it. So there's even some options that I forgot to fully explore, but look at that guy right there. Look at that dapper gent. What a freaking beast. Now, some of the settings that I was sort of alluding to earlier are things that I hadn't seen in a character select screen before, like the way your character runs, whether he's a light runner or a heavy runner. And I'm thinking, well, I don't know, he's got all this armor on, he's a berserker, he probably has a pretty heavy run, but I don't think he's quite, you know, leaning all the way over, oh, this stuff's so heavy. So we put him at, you know, he's leaning forward, he's definitely putting some effort into his run, but he's not the absolute heaviest run out there, you know what I'm saying? He's got a degree of fitness to him. Definitely like that aggressive stance. Definitely like that low voice. You know, completely like my own voice, right? I have a really low voice, not really. But we'll have his voice be low, so when he's fighting, he's like, instead of, I don't think that would be quite accurate. Then I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what my name was going to be, and I ended up settling on Bajheera Maximus. It kind of fits with the vibe of the game, and it kind of fits with the vibe of my character. So, meet Bajheera Maximus, the Berserker. I really hope that some people go do that. Make like just the biggest, meanest looking character you can make, and just have him have the lightest voice. That would be awesome. So if you guys do that, please let me know, because that's something. Those are people that I want to party with, so that we're all like in a big group fighting the most epic monster in Skyforge, and we're just like, that'd be pretty awesome. Anyway, that's gonna bring us just about to the end of the character selection in terms of the way you're actually creating your character. But one of the fun things is near the end of it, this guy will walk you through the basics of some of your abilities. So. And if you look at in the top right corner, I talked about this in the last video, how your character does have like combo moves that you want to do. So by practicing the combo moves, it allows you to string together attacks, to do different sort of, whether it's different ranges of attacks, whether it's AoE, whether it's burst damage. You have a lot of different options there. So right now I'm basically just pressing buttons and see what happens. And I also mentioned that you have kind of like active things that you can do in combat, whether the combat's a little bit different. You don't have just like a set of keybinds that do all your attacks, and you just press those keybinds and they have cooldowns. I mean, there are elements like that, but if you're noticing when that little D key was popping up on my screen, that's like one of those active things that you can press within combat, and it executes the opponent, basically, which is pretty cool. Right now I only have my left click, which is the kind of a spammier attack, builds resource, a right click, which if you just use the right click normally, it just puts a debuff on the opponent, but you can also chain those together for combo moves. And then I have my one ability, which is that whirlwinding. It kind of sucks all my enemies in, deals lots of damage to them, which is pretty cool. So I really wish I would have noticed and pressed D, but right now I'm just like, oh man, I gotta kill them all. Just spamming the combat buttons, which is really fun. I think the combat in this game is neat. And the next video, I'll be taking you through one of the very first missions I do, giving you a more in-depth look at the combat. But that is going to bring us to the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like if you enjoyed, comment with some interesting tidbits that you like about the game, subscribe for more, and share the video to help the channel grow in order to enter into our Founders Pack giveaway. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!